Every NBA season, there are players and teams who you know will play at an elite level, such as LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and teams like the Warriors and Spurs. However, there are always players and teams who have breakout seasons and solidify themselves as one of the league's best. Sometimes players are able to shine after they are traded or signed with another team, such as Victor Oladipo and James Harden. In this video, I will discuss 5 players or teams who have exceeded expectations this season. I would like to mention Mike Korzemba did this video a few days ago, and the link to that will be in the description. I'm not trying to steal his videos, rather I have a different perspective and would like to share that. Tyreke Evans has re-emerged as a star player. It is quite impressive how Evans has polished his game in so many areas. Through January 7th, Evans is averaging a revamped 19.7 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 4.7 assists. This is remarkable compared to Tyreke's averages of 10.3 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 3.1 assists last season. Not only is Tyreke 5 major statistics eye-catching, his improvement from 36 to 42% three-point shot is also noteworthy. Evans has also jumped from 41 to 47% on field goal attempts. Tyreke Evans has endured a career hindered by constant injuries, preventing development into a star player throughout his career. He statistically peaked in his legendary rookie season, averaging 25-5. Only a few players are able to do that, such as LeBron James. In the 2 prior seasons, he only played a combined 65 of 164 games, which is 39%. The move to Memphis was an excellent choice for Tyreke, as he's been able to have a fresh start. However, this success wasn't expected, as Tyreke signed just to provide some scoring off the bench. Instead, Evans has greatly succeeded that by performing at a star level and being Memphis' best player. This has attracted trade rumors, as many playoff teams have taken a genuine interest in Tyreke Evans. Evans has gotten a fresh start in Memphis by shattering all expectations and leaving seasons plagued with injury behind him. Victor Oladipo was selected with the 2nd overall pick in the 2013 draft after a stellar junior year at the University of Indiana. Since then, he had a solid 3 seasons in Orlando, but never became the clear-cut best player or led them to the playoffs. Consequently, he was traded in the 2016 offseason to the Thunder for a fresh start. However, Durant later slithered his way to the Warriors, which prompted Westbrook to play like a madman and post the highest usage rate in NBA history. Therefore, Victor Oladipo's statistical performance took a leap backwards from his days in Orlando, but he couldn't control it. Again, Oladipo was traded this prior offseason to the Indiana Pacers for Paul George. At first, this seemed like a horrible trade for Indiana, but Domantas Sabonis and Victor Oladipo's dramatic improvement this year has counteracted that thought, along with OKC's problems. Oladipo has gone from 16 to 25 points per game, 4 to 5 rebounds, and 2.5 to 4 assists per game. His advanced statistics and efficiency has all increased too. Victor is now one of the best 3-point shooters at 43% and 2.7 made per game. What is even more surprising is how Oladipo has emerged as the clear-cut best player and leader, which is shockingly translated into the Pacers being a playoff team. The Pacers have been a legitimate surprise too, but I personally think that has to do with Oladipo's superstar play. Many believe Oladipo's transformation from starter to possible all-star starter is worthy of being acknowledged as most improved player. That I have to agree with. Victor Oladipo has proven himself as worthy of being 2nd overall in the draft and has exceeded all individual expectations, which has majorly impacted the Pacers exceeding their projections also. The Celtics made risky free agent decisions that resulted in many analysts referring to them having a depleted bench. The Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, Nets first-round pick, any role player, and 2nd-round pick trade to the Cavs in return for Kyrie Irving had many questioning what Danny Ainge was doing. It was a popular question if Kyrie Irving was a leader before the season started. Boston also lost its best defender in Avery Bradley to make salary cap room for the free agent signing of Gordon Hayward. The life was taken out of the Celtics when Gordon Hayward suffered a devastating season-ending injury 5 minutes into the season opener versus the Cavs. After this, everyone thought the Celtics would only win 40 to 50 games and would be a 4th to 5th seed disappointment in the East. However, many young players have stepped up and exceeded their expectations to make up for the loss of Hayward. Jason Tatum has solidified himself as a Rookie of the Year candidate. Although he isn't a 20-point per game scorer, Tatum's 50% field goal average and insane 46% 40% average from 3 is completely insane and needs to be acknowledged. Jaylen Brown has diminished any talks of him being a project or bust, as he has drastically improved to averages of 14 points and 6 rebounds. Even more impressive, he and Jason Tatum have nearly replaced or made up for the loss of what Jay Crowder and Avery Bradley brought to the team defensively on the perimeter. Tatum and Brown are versatile defensively speaking, which is good for the Celtics because they're able to switch and guard multiple positions. Kyrie is a legitimate MVP candidate. He silenced the haters with his stellar performances so far. It is scary to imagine how good this team will be with a healthy Gordon Hayward. At 33-10, the Celtics have exceeded all expectations and are proving all the doubters wrong. This NBA season has seen a late lottery pick steal the scene from top Rookie of the Year candidates such as Ben Simmons and attract the comparisons to superstars. Donovan Mitchell was selected with the 13th overall pick by the Nuggets and then regrettably traded to the Utah Jazz. After a slow start to the season, November brought Mitchell more playing time that has greatly benefited him and the team. Mitchell has certainly shined. His career high of 41 on December 1st was truly rare and remarkable for a rookie. Mitchell is averaging 18, 3, and 3 right now and is at the top of many Rookie of the Year lists. No one had Donovan Mitchell in their Rookie of the Year predictions at the start of the season. Mitchell is also proving how staying in college a few years results in players who are more experienced and are able to adjust easier to the NBA. Mitchell is easily comparable to Malcolm Brogdon, who won Rookie of the Year last year and was a late round pick. Brogdon went to college for 5 seasons and has translated into a player who has been able to make an immediate impact. Donovan Mitchell has made an immediate impact for the Jazz also, which has shocked those who didn't pay him any attention when he was drafted. Unlike the other players and teams on this list, the Brooklyn Nets haven't been able to achieve much success. However, their resilience has enabled them to exceed their projections. Brooklyn is currently 15-24, which at first glance isn't good, but considering the circumstances is also impressive. The Nets lost Jeremy Lin, and D'Angelo Russell has been injured a good portion of the season. Since his injury, an unlikely star has emerged. Spencer Dinwiddie has gone from a role player to the go-to option offensively. His 3-point range and playmaking perfectly fits the Nets' quick offensive pace. The Nets have a great supporting cast of players such as Allen Crabbe, Amari Carroll, Karis LeVert, and Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, who all add to the system proficiency and are double-digit scorers and some good defenders. Those 4 players are all having their best seasons. Brooklyn's toughness has been admired by players such as Kyrie Irving, praising their high basketball IQ following a close defeat. After losing their best player in Brook Lopez over the offseason and the 2 major injuries to Lin and Russell, had people like myself doubting they could win 20 games. Therefore, I believe the Nets have surprised many as not being a letdown or just giving up and tanking. What's up guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you have any useful tips or recommendations, please share them in the comments. If you think I missed any players or teams, be sure to tell me in the comments also below. Peace.